All right, think we're live. Let me adjust my camera. There we go. All right, let's. Yep, looks like we're live. Okay, so today, what I realized finally was that I talked about last time the way we're going to organize this, not going to happen. So we're going back to the standard way. So there's just going to be one front end and one back end. And not going to use subdomains. I might add in subdomains that'll just redirect to the places, but for now, no subdomains. Okay, so we're recreating a location data. So what I'm going to do here is RESTful routes. We'll see what we need here. All right, so location. All right, display a list of all locations. Yes, that is the primary thing we're going to need from location. So this is examples, I think. Go. Location and routes. Okay. All right. So for routes, first thing is going to be get locations. So this is going to be to get a list of locations to display so that the user can change location. So this will be get locations. And see, it's going to be all locations, so our route is, so title, our method will be get URL will be cosphere.work /API/location. And I think I need to put auth true. Yeah. Put this below title. And data. So, this is really only the response body, I think. So, get locations. The URL doesn't have any parameters. It's get, so there's no request body. Yeah, just the response body. All right. So what's in our response? This is going to be, yeah. Name will be location object. Type of location. Description. An object containing all of the data. Nope. An object containing. No, because this is not going to contain the locate. This is just going to have the ID and the name of the location, which is pretty much everything. It's just not the tables. So I'm gonna have underscore ID and type of string, description, unique, wait, is because this is going to be an array, so, how do we, so the response body will be array of objects. What do we put up here? Let's try just putting nothing, because we're just going to return an array. It's not going to be an object. Description, array of objects containing data on locations. And then yeah, how do I do this? Because once again, let's head to the stripe docs. So yeah, they're always charges. Yeah, I think Stripe always returns a object. Disputes. List all disputes. Okay. So it has something like that. Yeah, it's always returning an object, even when it has that. It'll put data. Okay, I guess we'll just put NA there. I don't know how else. We're gonna have to come back and fix this up, but for now, I'll just do this. The next one is, so this is just gonna be the underscore ID. I guess for this, I could probably just leave this out. Oops. So the ID will be type string and description unique ID of the location, and then name of the location. Yeah, it doesn't specify that it's a list. I guess we'll just, or an array. I guess we'll just do that in the example, and this will have to do for now. So I think of a better way to display that. All right, next. So that looks good. Examples. This will be get locations. Title, get locations. All we need is the response. No, So the response be an array, put in 2 objects here. So, oops. Gotta start the MongoDB server. Just creating an ID. Create 2 of them so we can just grab them for the examples. And the name, we'll say New York. Create 1 more. And for this one, the name will be, I don't know, Denver. I think that's all I need for that. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I need to put it in the menu. Okay. Get locations. Come down here. Got a random floating 0 there for some reason. Let's figure that out. I have a feeling it's in here. Oops. No? Alright. Routes. What the hell is this? H3. So get location. So this is the routes. So the data for the routes, which is right here. What's the issue? So this right here. So the H3 should be title. Do I have a typo on something? Name, title, auth, method, URL, data. It all looks fine to me. Let's restart. Maybe something went wrong here. What the hell is going on? So H3. It's just putting 0. And H3 where we should have data. Our data is an object. correct. This is routes.js. Data is an object. That's our problem. Yeah. That correct. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. Auth required, redirects. And we created I created the authentication page just to describe how auth works, even though it's standard. Get locations, that all looks good to me. Doesn't look like there's any typos. All right. All right. Now we're gonna need one to get the data for a specific location. So this will be get location. Title, get location. Auth is true. Method will be get URL yes cosphere.work/API/location/ location ID. Data. We've got, how do we phrase that over here? Oh no. The data. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Parameters. We've just got one, so parameter is just going to be name, location ID. Wait, am I using the dash or the underscore when I do this? I'm gonna keep it consistent. Yeah, I've been using underscore. Okay, good. Type string. Description. ID of the location. Data is to be retrieved. Good. And then our response body. Oh, excuse me. Response body is also going to be a single one. Name, location, object, type of location, description, object containing all of the data for the user. Let's go to the examples. All right, this one will be, so we've got skit location. And we do need our there's a URL parameter, so okay. That. Just trying to remember how I do this. And get grab one of these. Excuse me. Very tired today. And response. Oops. Response is going to be a full location. So, let's actually pull that up. Yeah, just ID, name, and tables. Same ID. And name, which if we're matching the previous one will be Denver. And then tables will be an array. Did I add that in? Routes.js. No, that's right. I just put, yeah. So we're fine. What? Okay. So tables, this is just going to be an array of IDs. So let's get 3 IDs. Okay. That should be good. There's no request because it's a get. Get the U. Oh, I need to stand up. There's no URL. Or we've already got the URL because there's parameters. So that should be good. Let's check our menu. Always forget the menu. Go. Alright, get locations, get location, example URL looks good, and our response body looks good. Okay. think we're good with that. Let's check. Well, let's save this first. Create documentation for get location route. Okay. So RESTful routes. All right. So for locations, I think that's going to be it. So creating a new location, we do that manually. Show, yep, that's what we just did. Edit and update. That's the tables and everything's going to be updated automatically. We're not going to be deleting locations. So yeah, I believe that's all we need for location. Next, let's take a look at tables. Actually, I want to, because I added some stuff. Yeah, added some stuff here that I want gone now because it doesn't apply anymore since I'm going back to standard website instead of my other idea I had. So that and table.svelte. All right. Okay, I think we're good there. So table routes. Let's see what we've got so far. So we've got table object. Okay, we're describing that. Join table. We do not have a join table. Okay. So the join table, what it's going to do is just return another token. So, excuse me. I'll get over this yawning in a minute, I hope. Join table. It's a bad name for it. Because so the way this is going to work is basically this route is going to reach out to Jitsi Meet that's running the service for us, and it's going to basically just get all the data and return a JSON web token that the front end will then use to make another request to meet in order to join. So this is sort of like authorization. So let's go to the menu first. And so this get table token. Yeah. Get meeting token, I guess. We'll call it that. Maybe we should leave it join table. Yeah, I am changed my mind. It's gonna stay as is. While they're actually joining the table on the front end, they're joining the meeting on the front end is gonna happen. On the back end, it's gonna add them to the table. So yeah. Okay. So routes, JS, table, name, join table, title will be join table, auth through, and I'm going to add in a description here. Do it right here. Which I'll have to go back into the Svelte and edit that so that it displays the description. This route will add the user to the table on the back end and return a JSON web token used to join the meeting. We got auth. Could be a method. So I think we're going to do a put here because we are updating the tables. Then we're going to have to... Yeah, I'll leave it as put. URL https cosphere.work/api/table/table ID. Yeah, because that'll work because we're not like actually updating or changing anything about tables, so we can use this route. Now, let's see what we've got for data. So, we got auth true for data, because all we need to know is who is joining what table. So we've got the who from the auth, and the what table is from the table ID. I don't think we need anything else. Yeah. So that means there's no data. There's not even any request data. I mean, there's response data, which we'll add in here. But if there's no request data, then it should probably be get. And if it is... Yeah. We'll make this a get request. I'm gonna see what the standard is. Put request with no data. See what the standard is. Put without data, is it RESTful? Yes, this is perfectly acceptable. Okay. Supposed to put to a resource. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's on that standard it is acceptable. So our data here is just our response, which is not that. Okay. Response body. And why is that not lining up? That's gonna drive me goddamn nuts. whatever. I'm gonna ignore it. Okay. So response body will just be token. It'll be a string and description. Let's JSON web token used for joining Jitsi meeting. All right. And that's all that's going to be in there. I'm going to go to examples now for table. This will be table. Title, run table. And so the only thing, oh no, we're going to need, let's see. There is a parameter. So which URL? Yes. GoSphere.work/API/table. Realize I forgot to put in there, but that in a second. I'm gonna use that same ID. And I'm all over the place today. All right. Put. And then response is going to be I'm just gonna grab that same token from over there because I don't feel like generating a whole nother one. So token. There we go. I believe that's it. Strip. So join table. Join table. Let me check this. Yeah. Still got weird stuff with that, but I'm not dealing with that right now. Join table. So auth required. Then our example. Did we not add parameter here? We need to add parameter here. But our example looks good. Except it going off the page. Again, another style issue we're going to have to fix. So let's... we need... Yeah, this is... drive me nuts. Parameters. Actually, put this on the same line. All right. Name. Table ID. Type is a string. Description will be ID of the table the user is trying to join. All right. And we've got a parameter. We've got our example. And we're good. Join. All right. Next, what else do we need? I don't think we need much for tables because most of it, I plan to handle most of the table stuff in with the WebSockets. So let's check our RESTful routes. Display list of all tables. We're gonna need to get all tables. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All tables for a location. Is that gonna be? Should I put that in the location? No, I think I'm going to put it under table. Yeah, because we're getting the tables, so it makes more sense to be there, I think. So, join table takes off. So next, I actually think I want to put this up top here before this. Okay, this is examples, isn't it? Let's actually put this on the menu first before I forget. Here. Okay. Get tables. Okay. Routes. So, name. Get tables. Title. But do we want this? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, we want to be able to get a list of all tables. But yeah, now that I'm thinking of this, this should be part of um the WebSocket. The web, yeah, because the WebSocket is going to get a list of all tables for the. Yes, this is WebSocket data. Yep. This is why I create the docs, because I'm all over the place with this. Trying to figure out how to organize this. And by creating docs first, I can think about it first before I start actually creating stuff. Okay. So, let's, what we can do, just get checkout. Okay. Load the file. All right. So let's check our RESTful routes. We've got edit. We're not really going to be editing. We're not going to be destroying. Or at least there's no route for it. It's going to be done automatically. Yeah, I think just joining the table. So let's. I'm gonna go to table.svelte, and I want to add another notation here. Most data for the tables will be handled in web handled with WebSockets. Okay. Good. Starting to think even joining the table be WebSocket stuff. We'll leave that for now. So, thinking that's all we're gonna need for now. for the HTTP, and then we need to create the WebSockets data. So let's, yeah, so user, location, and table are the three main things that we have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think so. A location, user joins a table, at least for now. I believe that's everything. So, what I'm going to do is next we're going to work on WebSockets, which is going to be another one of these little branches. And that is basically going to be table data. So, I'm going to take a quick break, think about this a little bit, clear my head, maybe grab some coffee. And I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. So back with coffee this time. So hopefully we'll be a little bit more awake. Okay, so what we're working on now is our WebSockets documentation. I think, yeah, we're just gonna put it on the same page here. We're just gonna make it like the user, location, or table. I think that'll be fine. We can always come back and change it later if we want. So, what we're gonna do, create our API. I'm gonna create another directory here. WebSockets. Here, first thing we need is our websocket.svelte. That up. And open this up for reference. And port, create event dispatcher, Svelte. Dispatch is create event dispatcher. So we're going to import route from, yeah, this will be the same. And this will actually be the same. Import routes from /routes.js. Div ID is, I mean, this is all going to be the fucking same, so why am I rewriting all of this? Socket. Okay. WebSockets are primarily used to retrieve data from, man, I'm not real, I haven't worked with WebSockets a lot, so I'm not sure how to document these. Let's see if we can find WebSocket documentation. Writing WebSocket client. Creating documentation for WebSockets. Let's see what Swagger has to say about this. Documenting the WebSocket API. Swagger. Yeah, but this is some API they've got. This is not. See, it's a get route, which doesn't apply to WebSockets. Oh. Yeah, terrible. How to document WebSockets. Use async API. Not using their anything, but yeah, no thanks. I hate this. People telling you to use a specific tool when you ask questions. Oh, I like this. Enum, even though JavaScript doesn't have enums, it tells you has to be one of these things. I hadn't seen that before, but I like it. Okay. Heartbeat. Okay. Top of book. I think I'm gonna document it largely the same as our HTTP routes to get send data about tables. I have another one here. So the one thing that I need to mark is basically like incoming or outgoing. So I think I'll just do something like this. So that would be outgoing from the front end. Whereas, this will be incoming. So from the back end. And I could actually use, I'll just use that. Either that or mark it with a letter, like just I or O. So what I'm talking about is right like on this. So for example, let's pretend that these are WebSocket routes. You'd have reset password and then in parentheses I for incoming or parentheses O for outgoing. Or I could just use the word in, out. I think I'll use in and out. Um, so it's actually, it's not a script, span. We'll call it socket type. And we'll say in is used to mark incoming WebSocket data. That is data that is being sent from the server. Span class equals socket type. The reason I'm using the span is because I'm going to have the in and out right here. When it shows up here, I'm going to have it kind of small and have it look a specific way. And I want it to reflect that here as well. So out is used to mark outgoing socket data that comes from and I'm not going to style that just yet. I want to go to the menu and see how it looks on there first. So a class main href web socket sockets okay. Now here I'm just going to add one class sub href. First one is going to be get tables. Get tables. I'm actually going to start. I like retrieve better. And we're going to mark this with span class socket type. And it's going to be, this will be out because it will be retrieving all data for the tables at that location. Now, let's see. Okay, looks good. Now I want to restyle a socket type. Font size 12 pixels. Maybe 14. That's good. I think I'm going to put it in italics, probably. How do CS? I never use italics, so I don't even know how to do it. CSS italic font style italic. Okay, I never use that. Font style italic. I like that. Yep, that'll work. Simple but effective. Yeah. So same thing here. Socket type. Font size will be 14 pixels. Font style italic. So now if we go down to this, which isn't linking, which isn't it, yeah, okay, we haven't added this in yet. So let's go to main page. To import web socket from /socket/ web socket websocket.svelte. Failed to import. What did I name it? WebSockets. Let's rename this. There's buffers in it, yes. WebSocket, expected token. Source routes docs API WebSocket. WebSocket.svelte. Let's try restarting this. Okay, error. Unexpected token. Oh, okay. Constant spec. Okay. This expected token right here. Right. Does the file exist? Indeed it does. /websocket. Websocket.svelte. It definitely exists. Failed to load URL routes.js. Oh, okay. Yeah. Until we create this stuff, there's gonna be... Okay, I don't need to load the examples yet. I do need to create... In order for this to work, it's already importing the routes. So, child routes.js, and we'll just do, wait, what are, export default, just an empty, that should be enough to, does the file exist? Indeed it does. Routes.js. Let's put something in there. Yeah, it's an array. Name. Something. Still getting that. Might need to restart the server. Okay. WebSockets. Okay, it's not showing up. Is it there? It's not there. Why is it not? Oh, yeah, I know exactly why. For imported it, but never used it. So, WebSocket on. Okay. Getting some sort of error. Can't convert undefined to object. So, Svelte errors are not very helpful. This is just a bunch of nonsense here. log routes. Internal server error. No sources are declared in this source. What? What is this? Are you okay? Cannot convert undefined or null to object. What? So export default is an object. Maybe I need rest of the data. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I see what's happening here. Data. Just pass in an empty object. That should be fine. That should save our error. There we go. WebSockets. What? What in God's name is happening? Oh, I see. Yeah. Got to update something in WebSockets. Here, right here. WebSockets. There we go. Alright, WebSockets are primarily used to get send data about tables. In is used to mark incoming WebSocket data. That is, data being sent from the server. Out is used to mark outgoing WebSocket data, data that comes from the client. And we can, yeah, that's, we should get an error from that. Okay, so next, what we're going to do is need to create route. Route, I don't know what better way to call it. So for WebSocket, yeah, the first thing is going to be get tables. Oh, you know what I never did was add in a description. So, yeah, so I'm going to go back and do that. Just going to save this real quick. That, only need it on tables. Svelte. Description equals route.description. And then in our route file, we'll check if it exists and print it. So when we do that, I think we'll put it after the method. Yep. So if description, and we need to take that in. Speed. If there's a description, then P and description. Yep. Gonna need two. You need to style that a bit. So we're gonna just give this a class of description. So margin left is going to be our 15 pixels. And actually, I'm going to have margin on top and bottom. So I'm going to do 10 pixels, 15, 10, 0, 10, 15. And we'll see how that looks. Alright, let's go with 15 on all three of those. Alright, I like that. I'm thinking maybe even put it a little bit, more. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Let's try font size 18. A little bit bigger. No, if anything, smaller. Nope. Just leave the font size as it is. Okay. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll commit that. Add optional description for routes. Good. All right, let's create this route. So, let's look at an example. So it's just the, so I'll have the URL. Oops. So this is going to be WS cosphere.work slash. I think I can leave off the API because it's a WebSocket. So we'll just go tables. And auth is true. Gonna require authentication. Our data. So I think, so get tables. If I already got the auth, all we need is a list of, so, what? West body. So the name. Yeah, I'll have them send up. It'll be an object that has tables. Tables. Type be array of strings. Description. An array of strings containing the IDs containing the table IDs for the tables to IDs tables whose data is requested. All right. That's it for that. And then our response body will be name, tables, type, array of table, description, an array of objects containing full table data for each table requested. What I'm going to do here is, I think this is a good NA array. NA array. Yeah, I like that. That's good enough, I think. Because there's no, it's just an array. It's not, you don't need to name it. Okay, good. We need to create a new file for routes, or sorry, our examples. Okay. And then export default, some object. So this one's going to be named get tables. Title, get tables. And so the URL we don't need. It's straightforward. We just have request. Sorry, thinking about something else. All right, request. This is just an array of strings. We'll just do 3. Actually, I'm just going to do 2. It's less data I need to do in the response. And let's just get new thing.insert 1. And let's do it again. Okay. Oops. Okay, that worked. Alright, yeah, that's it for the request. Oh. And, oh, yeah. Always have to have auth, so we have to update this. So with webhooks, Jesus, WebSockets, what we need to do is put the auth in the request. So this will actually have a name. This will be tables. And then I'm going to put this up before it. Name. Authorization. Type. String. Description. User auth. User authorization token. All right, good. And then the response body does not require that. So we need to fix this up a bit. We'll do is authorization, and let's put that empty for now. Tables. No. That, yeah, forgot, can't do that. Actually, oops. I like that. All right, let's grab JWT. Samples, JS, and there we go. Okay, that's the request. Let's do our response. For this, let's pull up our table routes. Yes. So our response is actually going to be an array, so let's fix this. Oops. So this array is going to contain objects, obviously, which will have an ID. So I'll need this match, yoink, and paste, and a category, which we're just going to have as general. Seats, which is another array. Each of goddamn. It's gonna have to list out all the data if we want to properly show this. There's, I think I've already done this. Yeah. Haven't. Tedium. So this is going to be an array containing 6 goddamn objects. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and each one is going to contain Jesus. Contain ID. User ID. Oh, wait. Examples, table. Oh. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's delete this. and yoink this. Sweet. I'm leaving that as is. Okay. I think I'll just leave this. It's good enough. I'm gonna have to create another one. Oh god, kill me. Underscore ID. Grab this. Category, again, will be general. And we're gonna grab this again. Let's paste that in. Let's change this up a bit. One. User ID. Just gonna take this. Go. Yeah. Username Yosef. Avatar. Let's say no. Say he doesn't have an avatar. No, we'll add this in. I'm gonna just reuse some of this stuff. I doubt anybody will actually even notice. And then user ID, null. Null. Oh. Katya, you're still there. And we'll just make this one go away. Oh. No. It's easier to just rewrite this. That's good enough for me. Alright, let's see what this looks like. It's got about 10,000 errors. Yeah, expected something got auth. Okay, I forgot a comma somewhere, I'm assuming. Yep. Okay, no sources are declared in the source map. Source map. Oh, wait, yeah, I was thinking import map. Alright, retrieve tables, out. Undefined. Okay, what is undefined? Method. Method, okay. We need... Damn. I can do this up here. If not method, wait, just do method is equal to, there's a method, then method, otherwise it'd be string. It should handle that. Yeah, we get this weird spacing though, which I liketh not. We can do this. Just nest this. I don't love it, but if method let's check Svelte if else. I think I know how to do this. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, I would have been wrong. And we still need an end if. Okay. Else. And code class is route. Leave out the span and just have URL. There we go. Now we're, oh, kidding me? Okay, that's because I had a break. There we go. That works. Alright, I like it. So, example. Oh, yeah, I haven't. And import websocket examples from /websocket/ examples.js. This in here. Yeah. All right. So example, and we're good. Still got the weird styling. Something I'm gonna address later. I don't want to deal with that right now. Okay. So retrieve tables is out, it says. Data that comes from the client. Yes, correct. Okay, let's save this. Create documentation for WebSocket route get tables. All right, break time. So be back in just a few minutes.